We're over at my parents' again. Athena just realized she's on camera because I'm doing it facing her this time. Oh, yeah. See? This is the kind of trouble she gets in. This is mild trouble, that's right. But, we just watched a video together, yeah, about a macaw that had been kept in a parakeet cage for years and years and years. And, frankly, the whole comment section was basically like, well, were the people punished? And there wasn't any answer. Frankly, I want to find out where they live so I can go punch them in the face repeatedly and not stop, and then have Athena crap on them. But I wanted to talk to you about really what it's like to have a bird, and what sort of things you need to know going into it. And some big things, something to bear in mind is that, like being a parent, you are never going to know everything. Ever. There's always going to be stuff that you don't know. And always going to be stuff that you don't have the answers to. Just the big thing to know is that these are very, very smart animals. Yeah, very smart. You're going to be dealing with a toddler. Right? That is the face of a toddler. If she was a human, she would be in preschool. Even though she turns 20 in January, she would still be in preschool. And think about preschoolers. They need attention. You need to, feed them, clean them, teach them, put them to bed, teach them some more, play with them, control their schedules, because goodness knows they can't. Play with them, ensure their emotional development, and everything. These little things are smart as a whip. There was one time I got one of these puzzle things. You put peanuts in the top, and the birds are supposed to adjust the little levels on them to get the peanuts to come out the bottom. I was like, okay, yeah, this will be good to keep her occupied while I'm out for the afternoon. By the time I tied my shoes, she was chomping on the peanuts down at the bottom of the tubes. It was like, yeah, okay, here's a puzzle that was supposed to keep her occupied for hours. Cost me $15. And so you gotta keep toys all around. And they're gonna go after the things that you don't want them to play with. She has so many toys in her cage. She has so many cages with so many toys in them. Even her night cage has toys. She likes to ring the bell at night and wake me up. Oh, yeah. She's begging. She's begging right now. And, what does she do? She climbs down from her cage, goes into the kitchen, and chews on the baseboard. Which means she has to stay in her cage. She has to get time out. I would like for her to spend more time out of her cage. It's utmost for birds to get outside of their cage time. I try with the parakeets. I leave their cage door open. I try to handle them. They only ever want to stay in their cage. If I manage to get them out of it, or if they ever leave their cage, they flap around and land right back on their cage. They never want to leave it. And I try and I try and I try. And that's another thing with birds. You do not let up. You have to recognize the bird's boundaries. But you don't ever want to give up on trying with them. Even if it's a problem bird, one that doesn't stop biting, or one that just nips you up. Well, I just said that. But, I don't know. I went into this without any talking points. I just really wanted to make a video about what you need to take care of birds. And I think Athena she's a lifesaver. You really are. I just wanted to talk about everything Athena means to me, and I'd be here for ages. And I really wish I could do more for her. You know? You're my best friend. You're my little gray angel. And right now, that shoulder of mine is, of more priority than what I'm saying, huh? Did I take my glasses off? Aw, oh, what a good girl you are. Aw, thank you. Oops, oops. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. That's my nose. I've talked about this before. I got Athena at a really, really difficult time in my life. I did all my research, as much as one can do, for like a year before, and still didn't know everything, still don't know everything. Had her for 19 years. And, no, you're gonna stay on my shoulder right now. So this is why I love birds. They're so wonderful and magical. And so many people let that go to waste. And yes, I know exactly what it is she's doing. For those of you who don't know, this is kind of, mating. The thing she's forming in her beak right now, she's not just moving her beak, she's forming crop, stuff from it, like she'd feed to a baby or to a mate. And she's spreading her wings in like a begging posture, but the fact that she's doing it combined with that means that, right now she's seeing me as something other than mommy. Let's see. Just because I give you a kiss. Okay. Theater. Theater. See, look at this. I have a promiscuous teenager. I guess since I started this with the intent of telling people what they need to know about birds, and then I got sidetracked and didn't really know what to say and started crying, and then Athena started trying to make out with me. Athena, that's both incest and bestiality, right? That's gross. That's gross. Come on, bird. You dirty little skank. Come on, I'm your mom. You little weirdo. Your mommy's a little weirdo. Okay, so basically just ask me your questions about birds. That's what I want you to do. I want you to ask me anything that you want to know about pet parrots. And I got a bird to cuddle. So and to get to calm down so she'll go to bed. This is probably the most noise she's made on camera though, I gotta say. So I'll let this go, and then I guess just send me your questions, and me and Athena will answer them. Meanwhile, she's just raising more questions for me.